Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of This Life, set in beautiful Duluth, Minnesota, in the Sept of the Hearthfire. We find one Yolana Elitius. Just rolls off the tongue, Elitius. Going to speak with members of Cora's pack, looking around the Sept in the wake of just just one heckle-de-doo of a hullabaloo. A real Tilly, a Donnybrook even, given the multiple people involved. And she's specifically looking for Ragnar, which is another
Yep.
name that's just great to say repeatedly, and Damon.
Yeah, they're actually together. They are down by one of the middle points of the lake. You'll see like Ragnar sitting on one of the logs as Damon is, he's kind of standing by the water. He's obviously doing something. Whatever weird thing stagers do.
She'll more directly approach Ragnar then, because Damon's in the middle of his shit. And Yolana doesn't know what the consequences of interrupting a Theurge in the middle of their shit happen to be, but she also doesn't want to find out.
Yeah, Ragnar sees you coming, just raises an eyebrow. Well, hello there.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but what happened?
About what?
About the only thing worth mentioning recently, this brawl.
Silverfangs being Silverfangs.
Would you care to explain?
Silverfangs disrespect them places. Thought they can walk all over us.
She sits down on one of the logs. I will put it to you this way. The truth catcher is demanding answers. Your own Philodox will be barred from defending you. I like your alpha. But before I can spin things in your direction, I need to know what actually happened.
From what I remember, Lily was having a talk with her aunt, Lana. That talk went loud. They started throwing her around. Besides, he ranges over and he spit, not at you or anything like that. He just spits out of his mouth. He just takes a drink of the water. Lana knows better than to be fucking allying with those fucking people. So I imagine Lily took offense to it, considering what the Silverfangs did up north.
What did they do?
Disrespected it.
How? I am a Black Fury. I don't understand your culture.
You come onto a sept, particularly Woolsmaw. Don't be rude to the host. You don't throw your weight around and you don't make threats.
Is this what
Respect.
they did?
Yeah.
I see.
You know who's up in Woolsmaw? My family. And Lena wants to go and ally herself in a pack with that. Lena Trimbuson.
What do you mean, ally herself?
She's in a pack with two Silverfangs, one from Gleaming Eye. And yeah, we get along with Gleaming Eye, but we don't.
I see.
Now Damon's sister, yeah, she's cool. She's a Fianna. She's not got no stake in this. Cool with Fianna.
Oh,
Not no
there's.
fucking, not no fucking Silverfangs.
Well, they are still barred from the Truth Catcher's deliberations, so.
Yeah, that's because they got involved.
Hmm. So, if I'm following you correctly, the basis of this argument was her association with a gleaming eye Silverfang.
And that Crescent Moon Oathbreaker. They're all the same.
Hmm. Okay. You heard how much of the argument?
Majority ran in.
Okay.
Second I saw was escalating. If that fucking Ulrichsen fuck hadn't run in, we might have been able to stop it. I got what he was doing, but he does what all Ulrichsen does. They think they can rule the roost.
I see. So, hmm. Tribal dispute is what I am getting from this.
It's more than that. But yeah,
I understand the value of a name.
it's got nothing to do with the value of a name. They think they can lead us. And what have they done? Failed. We don't accept it.
Right now, what it has to do with is me insulating you two from him.
I'll accept punishment for defending my people. I'm not afraid.
I'm sure you're not. But I imagine your alpha would like you to stay whole.
Of course. And that's Korra. But I'll lose a part if it means that my people's honor was defended. And I stood by what I was raised up to be.
So, just searching Yolana's personal memory, trying to remember who exactly the Gleaming Eye member is.
Hanging Talon, the master of challenges.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, she'll leave that alone then.
Yeah, yeah. That
Sweet,
is like
sweet Garlic
fucking
King Christ. Okay.
like a fucking exclamation mark goes over the top of her head, like, oh god.
Yeah, as she like thinks for 2 seconds and then remembers the wall of Adrian's and above. Um, God bless that wall. But okay. I don't mean to meddle. It's just I'm going to have to tell him something.
Shrugs. You tell him what you need to tell him.
If you want my opinion, you two are in the middle of something that was already peaked, and I don't really view you as the cause.
Shrugs. He does, he just shrugs.
Either way, I appreciate you speaking to me.
He just idly just, rubs his blonde hair. Like I said, I've got no fear of telling people what I think.
Maybe. Definitely. But all the same, you could have easily turned me away.
Then I'd be just as bad as the Silver Fangs.
She kind of snickers a little bit because it's really easy to take shots at the Silver Fangs when you're literally any tribe with the Silver Fangs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. How is She looks at Damon, who's still busy with his shit, your friend.
He's fine. A little hot-headed. Calm down, though. Sister took his sister. The
I
Margaret
am
said some shit.
I am to understand Marcel also happened.
Yeah, yeah, he did. He kind of rubs the back of his head.
I could
That was something I wasn't ready for.
I could see how this would make someone upset were their sibling.
Just nods. So he just does his weird spirit shit. And I ain't gonna try. I'm gonna rush him.
Neither am I. Okay. You know they say you spat at someone.
Did they?
That is the word.
The word of a silver fang.
By the time it got to me, it had filtered through so many mouths you really couldn't call it the word of a silver fang anymore.
He just shrugs. So what if I did?
Any reason that person in particular, or just the silver fangs?
She should have stayed out of it.
She
It
tried
wasn't
to
her
involve
business.
herself.
Melanie? Of course she did. She's a fucking silver fang. She's like
Oh,
the diplomat. Just gives her like the fucking air quotations.
I see.
Tries to heal the fucking world when she doesn't know a goddamn fucking thing. I didn't punch her. I didn't fucking strike out at her. I just spat the ground at her. Tell her where to fucking go.
Okay. Okay. And she nods to herself. I think that's all I have to ask you.
Shrugs, like, yeah, cool.
Like I said, I appreciate it. And she'll get up, go look for Cassie.
Oh boy.
Yeah, thug life.
Here's the sound of gang. No, yeah. Cassie is sitting down. You go further up the lake, like way further up, and you'll see her like sitting down in one of the kind of the long grass. You see the big fucking albino head. She's not fucking hard to spot, really. She's not in the sun as well. You see her like under one of the big long trees, sitting there.
Um, Yolana won't make her presence particularly secret. She's not trying to sneak up on this poor girl.
You hear the like she has got like these old Walkman headphones. You hear the music playing from out of them. She has them around her neck, like idly. And she'll look up and see you coming. She just kind of stands up slowly.
Just waves her hand. It's okay. You don't have to get up. I am the one bothering you.
You She kind of holds her side. She kind of sits back down, like holds her belly as she sits back down slowly, kind of wincing slightly.
Yolana Elitius needed the prying blade. Please,
Ca-
Philodox, or the Black Furies.
Cassie, known as the Bringer of Light, Children of Gaia, Metis, Cleith, Phaladox. For Johanna, she smells like a Shadow Lord.
Yolana's gonna tuck that in her back pocket. You are with the Striders of the Ice Wolf, yes?
Nods. I am their Omega.
Were you present for the things that happened recently?
I arrived as the fighting began more serious when I saw Maria Darcy Lynch throat my alpha.
Yeah. For however long that lasted, anyway.
It lasted enough. We all began to get intervened. Zori, I believe, was knocked out by Leaf Ulrichsen. I was headbutted by Lily.
You're you have a Silver Fang Philodox with you, yes?
Mm. Silverfang Theurge.
Uh, uh Melanie?
Nods our beta.
Uh, I thought so.
Abel is our alpha.
Mm. Do you know what this was all about?
I believe there was some tension between two of the Trimbinsons. Abel tried to do what Abel always does and broker some sort of calmness, but Abel is as loud and as brash as he usually is, which I imagine provoked tempers. He was doing his best, but sometimes a loud siren is not the best call of action.
Perhaps.
That seemed to escalate things. He was warned to stop. That is when Zori got aggressive, and then that is when, well, you can imagine.
Things went out of control.
Nods.
I'm not sure what the Truth Catcher will ask of us.
He will ask us each our opinion and adequate punishment and who deserves to be punished, I imagine. And for what reasons.
Your thoughts?
Two Adrians had a conflict. That conflict got worse when Lily threw a rock at the back of Lena's head when she tried to walk away. They could have had an argument and left. Heated, yes, but with just being a disagreement. Violence begets violence.
You lay this then with the Trimbussons?
I lay it with Lily Trimbenson. The den mother was trying to disengage.
All the same, they seem to have a one and all type of opinion.
She tilts her head.
They are a named family. I understand this concept. An attack on one will be seen as an attack on many.
That's who did it.
It is. I don't think this is our problem. I think our problem is how to go about it without escalating matters.
I fear that will not be yours and I's decision. We'll only have our word. So better make it good. She kind of closes her eyes again, holding her belly.
Yolanda takes that as the sign that Cassie is done fucking listening to her.
I mean, she just closes. She actually looks like she's in pain, if anything.
Are you wounded?
It is no concern of yours. Which
Mm.
is, you can see it, like, the way she's moving her belly. Yeah, she is.
Under normal circumstances, you would probably be right, but Pegasus has demands.
The eyes, like, open. Pegasus has demands.
It would not be seen as spiritually right for me to simply walk away from you.
I am a menace. Pegasus can, I imagine, does not look kindly on me.
Pegasus has a great deal of compassion.
Is this Pegasus or you?
Pegasus.
She just lifts up her shirt and, oh, that is a brutal battle scar.
Yeah, nothing Yolanda can do anything about.
Nope, that is look like used. It looks like someone ran her through with a blade and then twisted, essentially. So the gut, the gut barely kept in.
You can cover it. I am sorry. I did not mean to shame you.
She does slowly.
I thought it was something I could do something about.
No, nothing you can. Closes her eyes, wincing. Again, it is not your concern.
I'll leave you now.
She nods.
And Yolanda will get up and just walk away.
Yeah, Cassie just looks up at the sky again. She's just holding it, just wincing. It regenerates, but she just winces because, ow. You reckon she probably got punched there? That's probably the way she is the way she is.
It's definitely probable. I think Yolanda's gotten the answers that she was looking for at this point.
Okay.
To camera 2.
Okay, what are you doing?
At least at the moment, Charlotte is keeping an eye out for the big bushy hair as she goes about because she's got to do some asking around of her own, but she's keeping an eye for Cora in the meantime because she does need to catch up with her.
You see Cora is actually chatting rather angrily to Bones.
How peeved she is. Is this a lot of noise or is she actually heated?
She's heated. She's like fucking finger pointing and everything.
At Bones?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like she's actually pissed at him?
She's giving out. She's actually giving out to him.
Oof. Charlotte gonna find a place to lean up and let that finish.
Bones, to be fair, he's like, he looks like that kid that's like, fine. You know what I mean?
Fine, I wanted to be in my room anyways. Ugh.
It's basically what the expression Bones has. It's like, but she's like fucking you. She's like, no, Bones, no. And if I hear you doing your, I'm not. No. That is not fair. But if you are not to escalate things because Ragnar got punched, or because they made fun of me, or because anyone did anything that was in the slightest way nasty, they will get their punishment because I'm not dragging you in front of the true catcher, and I am not being gawked at by that fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, she yells and Bones is like, oh.
Charlotte's like hunkered next to a building, like just kind of waiting it out, and even her eyebrows are up, but like, oh. Whoa. Oh, she need to work that rage out. Oh.
Now, is anything I said unclear? And he's like, no. She's like, good. Now, go and find Ragnar and tell him that you are sorry for suggesting such a stupid idea. Go on. Point. You know what I mean?
Stern mom point.
He goes. He knows who his alpha is. He beat her in combat. Well, she beat him in combat.
Ooh.
That's how he's the fucking. That's how she's his alpha.
I mean, yeah, it makes a certain amount of sense.
Cora then just, does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pace, and then just punches the wall about 5 or 6, 7 times again, blowing at least 3 rage. So just. And then she's just panting as the hair fly. Like, I mean, it's in 5 different directions.
Charlotte, you grew a shadow.
Charlotte does kind of an owlish blink of like, what the fuck glance, and just kind of lets it happen, I guess, because this is not the time to ask questions. And once Cora's had a minute to viciously punch a helpless building, never did anything to anyone. She'll wait until the panting goes down a little bit, and we'll finally come around. Just ambling that way, not even necessarily making vocal contact just yet. Just heading over, hands in pockets, the usual.
Like, Cora's just like, whew, ooh, ooh.
You all right?
Kind of rubbing. Oh, just jump. I am completely fine. Charlotte Rye. Yes, I'm that. I am not. I am not. I'm. Yeah, fine.
Okay. Can I have a second of your time?
Sure. Look, if it's about Ragnar spitting at Melanie, I've already heard it about 500 times.
I'm not going to take you to task. I haven't had enough time to look around and actually find out blow for blow what happened yet. And in the end, she kind of shrugs and jerks the thumb off in the appropriate direction. It's all going to get filtered through the truth catcher anyways, so there's no point to me vigilante punishing people.
Oh, well, thank fuck for that.
I try to be reasonable once in a while. Tries to like sneak a little bit of a grin at her, like, hey, come on.
She just looks stressed because, like, you know what I mean? All that fucking anxiety. We have Bones going, well, maybe we should, like, teach them their lesson. And it's like, not helping. And plus, I don't have my file locks to stand up for my boys. Fuck. It's a fucking mess.
As Katie scrolls, suddenly realizing she didn't even factor things. What's up with Jeremy?
Two says Philodoxes of Silverfang get and Fiona are not allowed to participate because they are technically biased because there were Philodoxes in the brawl.
Do my best by you and don't stress out too much. You're still
Fucking
Cleiths.
fucking Wildfire gets a fucking pass because of his stupid fucking.
The brow kind of quirks.
He broke up the fight with the fucking walking, talking animatron.
At least it broke up.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's good, but whatever.
Not ideal, but still good. Better than it could have been.
Yeah, well, just pauses. Nope, I'm not yelling at an Adrian because then I'll get in trouble.
You're not yelling at me, you just happen to be venting, and I have a very open ear.
Yeah, well, you don't have half your Pac-Man fucking spilling rage in your body. There. I
Fair
have
point.
Ragnar going, "Ooh, we must be done like this." You know, she just does the fucking extended walk up and down.
Does she start doing fucking impressions and ranting?
Yeah, it's actually quite fantastic, really. Like, there is a lot of energy in that little room.
She's trying really hard not to laugh because it feels rude, but oh my god. Cora's just... She's so Cora. And there's nothing she can do about that. It's just a kind of that wide-eyed amazement as she seems to have a different
Like,
strut for each member of her pack.
she does Damon spot on, like the fucking slouch, the lean. He's like, "Oh well, like he attacked Maria, but we must hit the switches to Ragnar, but we must hit the Silverfangs." Eventually she just stops and composes herself.
Kind of wild having a head full of people.
Particularly when they're all popped up on Fuck Thunder and they're all thinking they're Billy Badasses.
Oh, look on the
Everyone
bright side.
apart from fucking Jeremy, who's just like, what? Where? Who? Why am I hungover?
Well,
And he's meant to be like, flies her head arms around you.
the kind of nose scrunch, like, oh, there it goes.
And then they're all like, Cora, why are you mad? Sorry.
Can't fathom. Well, let me do at least one thing that might make your day just a touch better. Because I still came onto your territory and I struck one of your pack. I wanted to apologize.
That's the exasperated sigh. Look, that is a whole load of awkward that are you sure you want to address?
I'm just here to apologize.
I mean, I didn't see what he said. So is it technically he should be the one that's apologizing to you? Because you're the fucking Hadrian, Charlotte.
I am the fucking Adrian, and I should have better composure than that.
I mean, he just kind of rubs the back of her head. I can't say what I want to say because you're the Adrian. There.
I have something of an open door policy as far as
Nope,
saying what
not
you
with
need to
this.
say.
Nope. I see that trap. Mm-mm.
Okay. The hands
Because
just kind of come up like, okay.
first it's, oh yeah, no, we have open door policy. She doesn't do it like she's taking the piss. Like, she's just like, oh yeah, we have open door policy. Then I say something, and then you get the hurt look, and then I feel guilty, and then I have to go. Then I go eat ice cream, and then fucking Damon's like, well, why did you say that to Charlotte? Why did you get him? You know what I mean? Then she starts,
As soon as and then Damon's like, and then it just spins off the rails. You know what? That's pretty fair. I won't even.
I am not saying to you what I think, not out of disrespect. It's because I don't want to insult you. And therefore, it would escalate into further things. So I'm going to take the smart decision and not say anything.
Okay. I want that tub of ice cream to be a casualty.
So consider you apologizing. And I don't mean this in a rude way. It's not going to mean anything because he's the one who disrespected you.
Perhaps. But that's an apology that won't go well face to face, and I'm not going to push it.
Yeah, well, she's gonna just rub the back of her head.
It's easier to take blame for striking a member of your pack in your home, on your territory, because I lost my temper, and let it die there.
Oh, Cora, she's got a roll willpower. She's got. I'd see this Cora break her own code because she's trying to defend her fucking pack mates. All right, Cora. Nope, she doesn't say anything. She just gives you the most frowny face of I want to see something, but you're an agent. Look, doesn't say anything.
Charlotte appreciates the rank gap less and less every day.
It's going to be hard because, from his perspective, just take a look at his perspective. I understand yours. I sympathize. Don't get me wrong. I do. I really do. I'm not just saying it because I'm trying to be nice. I'm not Neary.
There's the tiniest little bit of a smirk. She's earnestly listening, but that, you know what, that was kind of funny. Just a little.
But a lot of people don't take into his perspective. And what that looks like is pretty bad. And yes, he's a Cleith now, and he should take responsibility. But it is very difficult to control your emotions, particularly when it involves such sensitive material.
I understand. Best I can, anyways. And I know it's hard. And I probably should have left as soon as possible so that the temptation wouldn't have been there to say anything, to do anything. And I'm sorry that I haven't done more to help with it, but there's not much that my presence can do to fix it. At least not that I can tell.
Nope, doesn't say anything. Nope, nope, nope. Cora's good. Nope, nope, not at all. Nope.
Charlotte makes a mental note to go drinking with Cora at some point, or bring her in drinking at some point, because she's going to get all this out of her eventually.
I know you are, and I appreciate that, Raya. But like I said, just I understand that you have your own issues, but I would appreciate if you took a look from his perspective in everything that's happened. I understand you have your needs and you needed help. She holds up her hands. I wouldn't be a very good Blackfear if I didn't understand that. But he's still my packmate.
And he's still your friend, and I still appreciate very much once you take care of him.
More Cora because you are hopped up on energy.
Oh, God.
Nope, she passes. She goes to say something, she turns as if she's about to sass, and then she goes, nope, 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 nope.
I'm going to remove the temptation.
I don't know what you mean, Raya. Looking off.
It's just that little nod of like, yep, nope, of course not. And Charlotte will just kind of tuck her hands again and swerve off, because you know what? Poor Cora, she's trying so hard. She's not going to stay there and just exist really hard until she breaks.
Cora just nods, rubbing her face like, ugh.
Besides, she got some insight as far as how one pack feels about the whole thing, so she'll veer off and encounter another. But First, is Yolanda going to do anything?
Charlotte slips off and Yolanda just slides in with a piece of dried venison.
Just holds up her hands. I'm not hungry.
She'll start eating her own dried venison. I need a favor from you.
She doesn't say anything. She doesn't turn around. What?
I need you to control Ragnar while I handle this situation.
Control Ragnar.
He is full of anger, and he is willing to do something brash that may bring wrath upon your pack when I deal with this meeting in the stead of your Philodox. I am going to try to direct this away from your pack.
What is he planning to do?
He was very full of fire when I spoke to him, saying he was willing to lose body parts and say what he felt.
Wonderful.
He is a ragabash and he is angry. From what I gather, all of this involves the honor of great names and other such things. Someone's going to feel the wrath here, but like I said, I'm just here to make sure it doesn't fall on the head of you and yours because I like you. You're my friend.
It's not about great names.
What do you mean?
To look over. Not for him. Silverfangs didn't come to his people's aid. Carlos. Trimbinsons did. So I know he's full of anger. I can feel him. But he's with Bones. And he's with Damon. He'll keep his place. And he'll run his mouth like he always does. But he'll only run at the people who come up to him.
This I did not know.
There's a long history of hatred between the Silverfangs and Trimbinsons. He told me. Told me the reasons why he hates them.
This most recent issue, some insult apparently to hospitality. I don't know much.
Woosmaw are very stringent about that, traditional.
Hmm.
And I imagine, from what he's told me, is that the Silverfang in question from Wisconsin made some threats. Ragnar's family is up there.
Yes.
I mean, how would you react?
That's a talk for another time.
Like I said, he'll keep in line, but it's not about a great name.
Look, in all likelihood, this spitting will probably fall beneath the wayside if things go in a certain direction. For what it's worth, I don't think Cassie's going to drive it towards you all, but if she does, I'll be there.
Cassie is a good person.
There are no good people in politics, Cora.
Cassie is a good person. She's given a lot. And been spat on because of it. I have no fears over Cassie.
I see.
After all, she turns and she seems to go stretch and she seems to turn to walk. I was one of the people who took care of her. even when I was little. She's walking.
Yolanda doesn't say anything. And goes off to try to find Charlotte again.
Charlotte isn't exactly speed walking. You can catch up. Put a little effort in. She's still walking down the trail, hands stuffed in her pockets, kind of keeping an eye out on who she goes past. Finding likely subjects for some conversation about what the fuck just went on.
Which ones?
Honestly, probably keeping an eye out. I mean, she knows where Lena is. She can find Lena whenever. But
You see the two of the heads there, yeah. Abel and Melanie. Melanie is calming down Abel because Abel's running hot as always.
Was this earlier the same day or was this yesterday?
This was same day.
Oof. Jesus, no wonder everyone's running hot as shit.
Like this happened. The brawl happened this morning.
Yep. So if Yolana is working to catch up, she will probably get into reasonable sight about time Charlotte starts to kind of, catch the sight of those two and pauses.
Abel's
Then
just
turn around.
ranting, and Melanie's calmer. He's just like, the way when you're a bit more handsy.
She will briefly deviate. Off trail and in fact probably over towards the whether it's the public housing or the beer garden just kind of depends on whichever's closest.
Okay.
She is not coming to that man without some booze.
Yeah, I imagine beer garden's actually closest.
Yep. So if Yolana wants to catch up with her while she's doing that, yeah, she'll go to the beer garden.
Yolana's behavior around you is that it's like a vulture. She's in a radius of you.
Okay. So yeah, Charlotte goes and snags a couple drinks. I know Melanie has drunk with the others and just drunk beer with them before, but has she showed a preference?
No, she just drinks beer with them all.
She will just get fucking pair of beers. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, she'll get one for herself. And we'll head back towards the table. Or wherever they are. And we'll wait for a that artful pause moment because you don't want to just walk in mid rampage.
By the time we come back, it seems to de-escalate somewhat. Like he's just more like rubbing his face, like
She will approach and greet him by offering one of the beers over, clutching it by the rim. Kind of side offer.
Takes it and does much like the picture he's about to start lighting a cigarette.
She'll hold another out towards Melanie, just kind of an offering. More questioningly, kind of the eyebrows pop.
She takes it, yeah.
There's a bit of nod, and she'll take a swig out of hers. So, current events, am I right? Kind of glances over to Melanie.
She just nods. Yes, current events are terrible as always.
Anything you guys want me to be in the know about?
Lily Trimbenson needs to get her fucking act together.
You want to actually hear the start of it?
It will nod. Yep.
So she, does that thing where you nudge like that half step closer to kind of like, yes, this is a conversation now, officially. So she nudges a bit closer and like gives him that side glance. So what the fuck happened?
Trimbenson's acting over Trimbenson shit.
I'm pretty sure if I tell the truth catcher that he will literally skin me on the spot.
Apparently something happened to Woolsmall. Trimbensons are not known for their fucking relationships with Silverflanks. That's why they fought with us for so long.
What's that?
What?
Call me out of the loop?
It's always been there. It's one of the big reasons our family fight. You're not a get, Charlotte.
No, but this
Just
wasn't
because you're
exactly
marrying,
part of the cub
just
courses.
just because you're marrying one doesn't make you one.
No, doesn't.
So why would we tell someone that's not one of the tribe? And that's not a family, you know?
I mean, fair. Honestly, I don't need you to spill your guts about the details of family interaction. I'm just trying to figure out enough about what went on and became kind of public display as I can.
Abel put a hand, like Melanie put a hand on Abel's shoulder, giving it a squeeze. Like easy. That type of thing.
Yep.
What always happens? They argued, it escalated. Try to intervene, you get fucking throated. Pat gets fucking whipped on because, well, it's everyone easy for all of us to get fucking whipped on, isn't it? It's not like we're out there fucking gunning and doing our shit. Must be easy for the fucking trio of fucking idiots. All they do is just fucking, oh yeah, Cedric, whatever.
There's
We're
kind
so
of just that stiff lip little nod, like, okay.
we're so fucking cool because we follow the fucking old archaic ways. Get fucked. Like I said, I tried to fucking help. And that fucking bitch thought she could fucking question me and then fucking caught me.
I mean, it sounds like from about the point that a rock got tossed, it was kind of a dumpster fire in the making, anyways.
Yeah, that's pretty much when I tried to go and help. When obviously Lena said, Lena is Lena. She's not kind about when she, tries to make a point.
Yeah, when she feels ways, you know it.
And Lily couldn't handle that and picked up the rock and threw it, and that's when I tried to stop it from getting worse.
At least you had the balls to fucking try.
Fat well have gone that day, May.
Can't be the only person that noticed.
They all noticed me getting throated like a bitch too.
Really like a bitch when there's a rink gap?
Like a
Or is it
bitch.
just kind of what people expect?
You're not a fucking gets up. Melanie gets up too, like she's like there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I mean, she just literally wraps her arms around like, oh, hey, 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 hey.
I'm not trying to talk shit, Abel.
Fucking Leaf fucking just shakes his head, Meant to be my family, but yeah, he fucking stands with that Trimmitson fucking bitch. Man. Sad fucking day when Marcel fucking comes and saves your fucking ass.
There's some tongue chewing happening there. She opts to not comment on that.
Fucking Ragnar's meant to be my friend too. Look what he fucking did. Guess never fucking changes, does it? She shrugs off Melanie, you know? Starts walking off.
She'll let him. She's not gonna chase Abel down when he's in a fucking mood. It's no way to help.
She just gives like that apologetic look, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah, Charlotte doesn't look mad. If anything, she looks kind of worried about him. But she'll let him
he's
get kind of out of range before she continues.
he's all right. He's yeah. Well, she shrugs.
Really heated and feeling about 8 kinds of betrayed. It looks like.
It's what usually happens in situations like these. People have sides. They just don't talk about them often. Abel, my alpha is a free spirit. Tries to help.
That's what
As
I
much
like
as
about
he's
him.
loud and brash kind of offenders, he just wants to go out and kill the worm.
Wish more of us could stay so focused.
Shrugs. Politics are politics.
At this rate, politics are gonna get our asses killed.
To be fair, this is the first brawl that's actually happened.
Yeah, but it was fucking rough. Kind of looks over. It's not the but this. No, it's just kind of looking over like, dude, I've never seen it this bad before. In
Nobody
the
frenzied.
face.
Nobody frenzied.
I honestly don't know how. Like, we've had bar brawls, but first I saw before this was the time he and Marcel landed each other, and it was still just two of them.
Perhaps maybe we just got lucky.
But do you have anything you can use in this? Because, truth be told, I know you guys were in the middle of it, and you were trying to fucking help, but I'm gonna have to bring something up there. I need to have some insight on what went on. And as far as I'm concerned, this comes down to whatever went on between Lily and Lena, blowing out of proportion.
That's basically what we saw, and it got worse. Ragnar and Damon arrived with bones, and the yelling became more yelling as, you know. And then Bones took a step forward, Abel tried to intercede, said something to Maria, Maria went on. It just turned into a, you know how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Complete and utter clusterfuck.
By the time Marcel and Wildfire arrived, Abel was being pinned, I was being pinned, Zoe was down. They hit Cassie pretty hard.
She flicks a glance over.
They got her in the wound.
Who did?
Lily. I wasn't deliberate. It was just a swing, you know?
There's like that tangible slow ramp down.
Stray wound. Could have happened. At least it was a punch, not a claw.
Fair enough. Do you have any idea what in the world Lena said that provoked that rock?
Abel said it was something about her mother.
That'd do it.
And something about Juno.
The eyebrows kind of pop.
Living in Juno's shadow. Living in her mother and Juno's shadow because she was too afraid to take the next steps to be an actual Get a Fenris and not some mindless dog.
Jesus, talking about her mother.
She spreads her hands like,
Fuck
I-
me.
I don't know. Lily wasn't exactly kind either.
No, I imagine she wasn't.
Well, she called her a traitor. Spat at her. And maybe if Lena wasn't so worried about her silver fangs, Freya wouldn't be so marred, would she?
There's another slow turn of the head, like, say what now?
Like I said, they went at each other.
Yeah, they did. And Torna, where the fuck did this happen?
It happened right outside Lena's fucking house.
Oof, Jesus Christ.
Like, not on the territory, it's like right on the edge of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it still gives the implication that Lily came stomping. Because why else would it be right at the border of Lena's home?
Yep.
Jesus. I'm sorry, you guys got the short end of the fucking stick on this.
We're used to it.
Shouldn't have to be. You're
Nation
some of the
is how the
first
nation-
people.
Nation is how the nation is.
Yep. So, I'm gonna keep seeing what I can figure out. How are you guys doing?
What do you think we're doing?
Well, besides the obvious dog shit, is there anything I can do for you guys? Anything that'll take your minds off it, or anything?
No. Thank you.
Yeah, there's just kind of that nose scrunch.
Melanie will get up and go after Abel.
Yep, there'll be just kind of that catch you later sort of nod. Let her walk off. Sit there and sip on that beer, mull over all that. Probably still glancing around, seeing who's where.
Your vulture's still there,
Of course she is.
eating dried venison.
I mean, there will be a hot second of her just glancing back, like, really, bro?
She chews on it. Seems pretty tough.
Shrugs. Oh, God. She'll shrug. And do that thing where you pause and you look one direction and it's the Raven's cabin. You look the other direction and it's Lena's cabin, and you go, both of these are bad ideas, but which one's worse? Ooh, boy. She finally just pulls out her phone. Ugh, her
Yolana
burner
will,
phone.
If you're alone for long enough, Yolana will finally trot over.
Yeah, she's just standing there sipping her beer. Eventually pulls out her, oh god. Pulls out her burner. Just so that she can text Sky Ripper and be like, you got Lena?
He replies, "Nope, I am busy being the wormfoe. Samantha has Lena." I am busy, but sends a selfie of him in the fucking town.
The fucking
Being capital letters, being the one! Exclamation point.
What is it a selfie of?
Him outside the Shadow Lord pub. He does not look fucking happy because you imagine he felt all of Lena's rage. So you just get being the one, so lines upon lines of exclamation marks. Phone almost breaks.
You know what, buddy? You just put a drink on my tab while you're there. I'm gonna go. Be helpful. Bye! Fucking bye! As the fucking elusive shadow approaches.
She literally just sits across from you like she's meant to be there. Still eating.
You know that's creepy, right?
I'm hungry.
Not the eating. Eating isn't creepy. Everyone's always eating.
You've had use of me before.
Fair enough.
And now I cannot tell you what to do, but I think things will be happening.
Things are definitely going to be happening. I just need to decide which of these I can handle first. You know what? Maria's going to talk my ear off for the entire fucking evening. So this way first. She finally props up and starts walking over towards Lena's.
Okay.
Doing the creep.
You find that woman waiting outside Lena's door. She's sitting down, waiting.
Oh.
Charlotte, your shadow decides to stop after a little while. Like maybe your shadow lost a bit of its shadow heart.
Oh no, she eyes the two of you. Johanna sees that woman is fucking stern.
Is there anything she's hearing from inside the house as far as whatever Lena's up to?
Nope.
That's why Yolana stopped after a certain point. It's like, I'm sitting on this rock. This is a great rock. I love this rock. Rock, my friend.
That woman's terrifying.
Yeah, no, you see that same exact stern stare, man.
I'm just going to wait for my alpha out here. This sounds fucking great.
Yeah, Charlotte comes to that polite edge of the property and pauses there.
Samantha stands up with a baseball bat.
Yolana's behind the rock.
She just stands up, the baseball bat's in her hand. It looks like she's waiting, essentially, for people.
Oh. She stops right at that, that cute little gate at the front. Not taking visitors today, huh?
If you're here to cause trouble, no.
I don't come here to cause trouble.
Points with the bat. What about that one?
Kind of glances back.
It saw me.
I'm pretty sure you have got her spooked enough that if the thought had ever entered her head, it's gone now.
Sniffs the air. What does Black Fury want?
Use a Philodox.
What does Black Fury want?
Probably to try to figure out what happened, as much as I do.
She speaks one rhetoric in my home. She nods.
It is, after all, your home.
It is my home. Get to Fenris home.
There's a pitch back over her shoulder. Catch all that?
With heightened senses, probably.
Oh yeah, you heard the stern tone.
Yes, Raya? Yes,
I am not right. Oh.
She's responding to Charlotte. Yeah, like...
It's about to have the fuck I got a field day if you caught her right. Put that. But yeah, no, she just nod.
Best manners.
Samantha
And
steps
like
aside.
there's this hot second of please no, and then she has to follow Charlotte in.
I mean, she doesn't
You give.
have to, but Charlotte's heading in.
It's just the fastest fast walk. Doesn't look Samantha in the eye. There's no like extra fucking thing where it's like fear and lust at the same time. It's just all fear.
Yeah. Just big, strong, get pure breed smell off her. Big, proud woman. She just walk. I mean, she fucking hawk watches you as you go in.
Just tiptoes in like
Then she sits back down.
Charlotte appreciates Samantha so much these days. And yeah, she will ease inside, kind of pitching a glance and an ear around as she does so.
The living room is completely trashed.
There's a scrunch.
There's knives in the walls. There's like, pictures are okay. You can tell she probably put the pictures away.
Oh boy.
Follow the trail of destruction into the hallway, into one of the side rooms. That's trashed. And then you eventually will see the kitchen, and the kitchen looks like the atom bomb of rage.
Oh, Jesus.
You follow the trail of destruction upstairs, and there's Lena, sitting in her room.
Yep, there's that, like, slow lean around the doorway. Knock, knock.
What is it, Charlotte?
Just checking in on you.
Did you bring her to me to my house?
No. No, the new Cleophilidox has been following me around.
I see.
I am just here with my alpha, Raya. I'm sorry.
Eyebrow kind of quirks. She, like, actually does the, like, glance back, like, what?
And Yolana looks at her. And the best part of this is Yolana's behind the corner, so only Charlotte can see her panic expressions like, go with it!
What do you want, Charlotte?
Ilana, why don't you wait downstairs for a second?
No, she can. No. Touch anything and I break you.
Yes,
It'll just
Raya.
echo.
She just
Don't
stands
ya?
perfectly still in the center of this fucking mayhem.
Man, what nice wallpaper this was. And yeah, Charlotte will wait for her to come downstairs and then just put the lead on the doorway. So asking if you're okay would be kind of rhetorical.
But you're going to ask anyway.
Force of habit, really.
Mm-hmm.
Help me out of your hair as soon as possible.
What are you wanting to talk to me about?
I mean, bare bones.
Stop
Anything.
dancing. Stop dancing around the subject, please. As much as I enjoy you, I don't have the cadence for it today.
It's fair.
Especially
Obviously.
in my house. Cracks her neck. I can tell she's just fucking livid.
Is there anything I need to know about what happened?
You're the follow dogs, Charlotte.
I am. I am also currently under your hospitality, and you're running hot, and I want to be considerate.
I raised that girl.
Yeah.
No, I raised her. Maria was off warring.
Is
Then
Lena sat like on the floor on her bed? Is her bed even whole anymore?
no, there's a big fucking crater hole essentially where she probably shifted form and just punched down on it.
Yep. So Charlotte will let her talk, but is gonna like ease in the one step and just find herself a seat on the floor, listening.
She left Lily with us after she had her. Went off with her husband. Left her here with me, Ajax, Samantha. Well, Ajax not really, because Ajax was doing what he always did. So it was me and Samantha. This tiny little baby. Samantha had all the other kids, so it was just Lily and I.
That long?
Hmm?
For that long?
For a while. Until Maria came back from warring and Lily's father was dead. And took her with her, and then she came back at 14. She changed at 18. When she came back, she was already covered in the runic tattoos.
Yeah. How young was she when she took her back?
11.
Was
10
that
years. Hell, I wasn't even that much old myself.
I'd ask what happened, but it sounds like Maria happened.
My sister has always been one of the fanatical.
Seemed that way.
Well, she had her first boy, and then she had Lily 2 years after. Lily was born on the battlefield.
There's like that look that has doubt in it right up until she makes eye contact, realizes just how rigidly true it is, and just kind of accepts it.
Maria has always been her. She will always be that way.
Can't fathom her changing.
That's how we were raised. Maria will tell you the story that she birthed her, but she went onto the battlefield and Lily started kicking. Her pack pulled her off. And she had Lily in the war tent.
Jesus.
Named her Lily after the lily flowers that were sprouting up on the graves of the dead.
It's not morbid.
It's meant to represent hope of flowers growing up from the dead grew for another one to take its place. Awful burden to put on a kid.
Yeah. Everyone else's hope. Did you give her any of her own?
She gave her Maria. Maria doesn't give hope. It brings glory. Something a glasswalker like you will never understand.
To that degree, no.
So what are you wanting to ask me then, Charlotte?
Need to know what the tipping point was?
What tipping point?
This fight.
I am a traitor.
Really? News to me?
I am in a pack with Silver Fangs. I chose Silver Fangs over the family.
It bites her tongue? Did you lay any kind of hand on her before she threw that rock? Or did you just give a retort that suited that accusation?
I swung first. 3 successes.
This is a skeptical look.
I couldn't handle my alpha being insulted. It was my fault.
I am gonna fucking... There's no way I'm not fucking pinging that. I don't even care.
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna true the guy the fuck out of that.
Difficulty's 8.
Jesus Christ, Herminate subterfuge is insane.
That's without her pure breed as well.
It
I
comes
know.
with being a
Right.
den parent.
And a Ragavash.
Yep.
Ah!
Ah! Fuck me. At least her empathy fucking... No, but it's a gift. That is the wrong
It
place
is.
to put that.
It is. Put it in the right place. One.
That's enough.
Pings.
Nobody saw you swing, Lana.
No. But if I say I did, then they'll believe me.
Council of Philodoxes?
If I hold my hands up and take responsibility, who's going to put down an easy case? Let's be fucking real here.
Why would you take it, though?
It's my daughter. I raised her, Felix, Freya, Juno, you, Santos, Gemma, Cora, Frankie, Aileen, and my
Just a lot
children.
of us.
She is my daughter, who I have taken care of as best as I could. Same way as I've taken care of Felix and Freya as best I could. If that means I get punished, or if that means that they decide that I'm not fit enough to be a den mother for acting so brashly in front of the cubs, then so be it.
I don't remember any of the cubs being present.
They weren't. I'll put them inside.
You think it would really help her take blame for something instead of letting her take responsibility for her own actions?
Maybe I'm just tired of seeing my family being broken by something. Maybe I just don't want a girl who's frightened that her mother was threatened and lashing out at the first person she wants to blame. Yes, she's an Adrian. She should know better. But you should not go see Damon, shouldn't you?
Shouldn't.
So I'll take the blame for her. This time.
Is that what
You-
happened?
What?
In the end, under all the harsh words, is that honestly what she was reacting to?
I believe so.
Considering you were the target, opinion's the one that matters.
I believe that Lily acted out of emotion because she had heard that some poppycock Silverfang decided to act big. And got reprimanded, but he made some threats because he is from an old family of Gleaming Eye, which is no thing to shake a stick at. And the Wisconsin court has been pressing down on this sept and Woolsma for a long time.
Did he threaten
Maria
her life?
nods.
What did he
That's
do to
not
violate?
threatened the alpha in her sept.
He just led with that.
No, the negotiations broke down, I imagine. They have been trying to curb Maria's expansion for a while now. And I imagine negotiations broke down when Maria was, as my sister usually is, unyielding. And you don't threaten a Trimbiton in their own sept. Especially if you're not a Silverfang. If you're a Silverfang.
Oh, I imagine you don't.
From what I heard, they harassed him right up to the border of Wisconsin. Doonclaw himself chased him.
Even I know the rules.
Spreads his hands. No, like I said, it's no laughing matter. Well, the court of Wisconsin is a powerful sept. Perhaps Mia was concerned because it escalated to violence. And Lily, well, that's her mother. I doubt very much most people would like to think that they can be so cold as not to feel anything. Considering she has lost most of her family. Her brother has gone down to the south, which I imagine Lily feels rejected by. Juno is dead. Freya is maimed. Felix is traumatized. All that responsibility on Lily's shoulders.
She walked home to Mom.
Like I said, I raised her. So I will do what I need to do and take responsibility. Bring that to the truth catcher. If that's what you want.
Is it what you want?
I will do what I must. I will endure.
It's a bit of a nod. Understanding one.
I won't yell at you or anything if you decide to say that I am lying. But I have to do what I have to do.
Of course.
She just lights a cigarette very calmly. Well, no, not calmly. She's seething with rage, but she lights a cigarette.
Mock calmly.
Mm-hmm.
Do my best to do right by both of you.
Shrugs. You take care of Felix. That should be your priority.
Yeah. I'll be doing it more. You gotta give.
Just shrug and take a drag. You get the pretty much impression is I'm done talking.
Well, she'll go ahead and ease up and just slide out of the room. Let Lena have her smoke. She does that whole like look at the window because I'm done talking, and by the time she looks back, Charlotte goes ahead and fucks off. Probably coming downstairs to find Yolanda clutching her hands together, not touching anything ever.
Nothing.
She just kind of gives a little head shake and gestures her like, come on, and heads for the door, which I imagine is a massive relief. And so she will step out and hold the door open for Yolanda. Close it behind, looking over to Samantha. Thank you for your hospitality. God damn it.
She just nods. She just nods, sits back down.
She will escort the both of them right off of that property. They can just go.
Once they're away, it seems our fates are bound now.
Well, you did say a thing.
I did, and now I have to stand by it. So, Alpha, let us go. I will deal with the consequences of this later.
Yep. We are going to go by the beer garden, and we're going to get a giant bottle of booze. And we are going to go leave an offering to an angry, angry pack. And we're probably going to fuck off because either Maria is going to want to talk my ear off or we need to not be there.
I have learned what I feel I need to learn anyway.
We'll have a powwow over it.
Yeah.
Kind of grins. If you keep getting the best you can and share back and forth, make sure you make the right call. The more people making the same stance, the more likely we can push it through.
Like I said, I know where things are going to go for the most part.
Question is how well we can drive them to where they need to be.
And preferably away from Chorus Lot.
Oh, she kind of actually gives her hand a wave. Clea's getting caught up in a brawl. Shouldn't even merit a second glance, honestly, in the long run.
Normally,
And I will treat it
would
as
say
such.
so, but they're Agabash as a silver fang.
she doesn't push it, it doesn't become an issue, and considering that this is going to be a conclave of Philodoxes, she won't be there to push it.
No, she will not, but she has a Philodox in her pack that will be there. That one is dangerous and hard to read.
She kind of squints over as Kitty makes sure she's not fucking crazy. What Philodox?
Cassie. Raya, you must forgive me for saying this, but if you do not view this person as the greatest threat out of every Philodox here short of the Truth Catcher, you are a fool.
Oh, I know Cassie's stringent, just... She becomes too passionate. There's a risk of her getting rolled out as too close to the problem.
I serve you now. You realize there's no reason for me to lead you astray.
No, I know. She finally just kind of rubs her face briefly. Just... It kind of squints at her for a second because that is such a weird and abrupt change. Just honestly surprised their pack of Philodox will be involved at all, considering
He did
how
not
involved they
bar
were.
her tribe.
He did not. You're right.
I have extended my hand to Cora's pack as a proxy representation for them because of their Philodox's heritage. Cora is a very honorable woman with very high opinions of the people around her, and I love her for this, but I have a feeling that I have a feeling.
You won't be the only one. There's no part of this that should stick to the Cleus that got mixed up in it. They're Cleus. If there's punishment at all, it will be mild.
Yeah, it will be mild, but the implications will be wide. It is damaging in either case. If it falls on Lena, then not only does this invoke the wrath of every Silverfang on principle, but the one from House Gleaming Eye in particular. And not to mention the Wormfoe. If it falls on Lily, I have gotten a feeling of these Trimbusans and whatever factions they might split into, and they seem to be of a mind that an attack on one is an attack on all. This is a minefield.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Let us pray we can at least drive this in the direction of something simple and concise and non-maiming related, like a stone of scorn. I know pride will be hurt and they value their pride, but no one will lose an eye
I feel
or
like
an
hurting
arm.
their pride is worse than temporarily hurting their body.
Damn it.
She kind of holds her hands up like, I'm not saying this out of, I'm not saying this for me.
I know, Raya. Damn it.
Doesn't mean everyone merits the same punishment. Doesn't mean it'll all be at the same degree. Just need to get everything we can and then sit down and roll it over until we figure out the best way to put it.
Not to mention the insult the Oryxons obviously feel.
Yep.
I will say
Stiff
this.
nodding as she's like
They-
retrieving a massive bottle of liquor.
Yeah.
Something good. Like there's the swing by, like they'll go quiet long enough for her to swing by the fucking beer garden and buy a big fuck off bottle of something expensive, or reasonably so.
I will say this. By all accounts that are not the Oryxons, they bungled that de-escalation.
Yep. Then again, two of them going full tilt. You ever seen what happens when family fights and someone tries to step in? Kind of glances aside. They are suddenly allies, at least long enough to go after whoever tried to intervene.
I am an elitist. You keep what you kill. I understand.
It's just kind of squint like, Jesus. And they'll be rounding the Ravens area.
Listen, I'm not entirely alien to these things.
You're probably closer to most of it than I am.
Many families under Pegasus's brood can trace their lineages back to the beginning.
Charlotte doesn't look
Why,
better.
your your Theurge, for instance, she's a highborn from Athens. She has the longest line out of any of us here.
There's another stray glance as if that is, in fact, news to her. Because that glasswalker fucking ignorance, it's on point.
Okay.
I believe you, just. Oh boy.
Look, the three cities you need to be very wary of in your life: Athens, Sparta, Thebes.
So
Her
noted.
family comes from there. They're some of the longest and most powerful. I imagine it was quite a shock when she came here from the lap of luxury and her family's power, only to muck about in the dirt with the rest of us, but that's neither here nor there. We're almost there.
It would explain why she stays in her room all the time, wouldn't it? She, like, glances up at the building like, oh boy. It's like walking up to a haunted mansion in a video game. You just kind of eye it up like this. Ooh,
They're out,
everyone
no,
grab your ass.
they're out there. Like Lily and Leaf are. Not
This-
Lily and Leaf, Maria and Leaf.
This is the mansion, and I'm Luigi.
They're out there
What are they out there doing?
waiting.
I think you should probably leave me here.
Uh-huh. Probably
Oh,
was.
Oh yeah, the
Oh.
the big one, Leaf. That stare's fucking terrifying.
I will be nearby.
You just stay over there.
One day we should talk about what totem we will follow, Raya. And then she
Pew! Leaves a fucking dust cloud. Let's be fair, even Charlotte knows this is a fucking tense time to walk up, kind of like the deal she did with Samantha.
she
So
climbs a tree like a scared cat.
Charlotte will do much like she did with Samantha and like pause at that territory line. Glancing up.
That's pretty much what you're looking at.
May I?
Why?
Mostly to bring you this.
Cheap wine doesn't do it, Charlotte.
Not cheap wine. Bottle of fucking whiskey.
Doesn't cut it. Not this time.
It's just a peace offering.
You have no core with you.
Why am I standing on the line?
Leaf will shrug. You seem to think that we would treat you with hostility.
I know that everyone's running hot, so I'm trying to be respectful. If you'd rather I go, I'll just go.
You still haven't answered the question.
Want to check on you? Want to talk?
With who?
Probably best off with the two of you.
Why's that?
Because in the end, I know you better. I don't want to offer unintentional offense and make things any worse.
We're not the ones that Maria just bites her lip and shakes her head. So talk.
From here?
Yeah. Because your fucking boy just sent me fucking rocking about 70 miles into the air, so maybe I just don't feel like fucking socializing.
There's a brow quirk at that. Because her boy, yep. As if she ever has had any kind of control over Marcel. God damn it, I just realized what you're laughing at. God.
Did someone look sideways at Charlotte?
No. No.
He comes running down the laneway.
Oh
Johanna
fucking
shits herself.
Goes further up the tree.
Now she has further to fall when he takes the tree with him.
Anyway,
You know what? Can wait. He just sets the bottle down.
at least like say your piece, Charlotte. You're a fucking Adrian.
I'm a fucking Adrian, but I'm not a fucking asshole. You're both still fucking hot.
And you've been running around visiting everybody while they're all still fucking hot. Stop treating us like we're children.
Everyone else has agreed to talk and been willing to talk and hasn't stopped me at the fucking boundary line.
Maybe we don't want people in our fucking territory. We're open, we're talking. If we didn't want you to talk, we wouldn't be talking, would we?
It's just a face rub. Suppose not.
Not everyone is fiddly-dee. Let's open the door and let you in.
I also just didn't figure you'd want me yelling across your lawn.
Are you yelling?
I don't know how far their territory stretches past the porch, but if they're on the porch and she's out at the fucking line, I imagine she has to raise her voice, which is why she's like, you know what, this isn't the fucking time.
Leaf just rubs his face. Fine, come here.
She does. She at least comes just to the base of the porch. She won't step up on it, though.
I can smell your fury, friend, anyway. She makes one move.
And then she will have made a gross mistake.
She's just literally up in this tree. She thinks that the tree is concealing her, but it's not.
Emery's just eyeballing her.
Charlotte, the mention of her again gets kind of that face rub she does. She will have made a gruesome mistake, and truth be told, I don't think she's that stupid.
She better fucking not be.
I would hate to see what happens.
So talk. Leaf will say.
Are all three of you holding up?
We're fine. We are fine. Of course, our alpha was threatened and attacked.
Starting reviewing the whole thing, as far as rumor-wise, did anyone throw any threats before Lily threw a rock?
It got to the point where they were saying shit, but Lily picked up and threw the rock. Like Lily snapped.
I don't think anyone will be laying siege to your porch.
They're welcome to try.
And another case of, I'd hate to see what happened.
Maria just bites down. She doesn't say anything, but you can see her getting more visibly tense. Leaf is calm. That same stone, you know what I mean? People decided to interfere. When they were told to leave, they didn't.
I did. heard as much.
So we got. So, if they didn't want to listen, this is what it is. We don't sugarcoat who we are and what we follow.
Ever have?
Shrug.
Not faulting you on it.
Are you?
No. Just trying to check on everyone, find out what happened, because sooner or later, I'm going to speak on it. My greater concern are the people involved, not fucking reports.
Like I said, an argument got escalated by an Ulrichson. I am one of them, yes, but it was still escalated by him running his mouth.
What did he say?
Can't you Trimittans all just get along?
There's that grimace.
He learned his fucking place.
What do I hear? Glances over at Maria.
This whole fucking pack learned their fucking place.
Yes, they did. It's been learned. Why is everyone at arms on their porches?
Because I know how this place fucking works, Charlotte.
Who do you expect to come calling?
I know who hit me.
How often does he come calling anywhere?
I know who fucking. She gets a bit tense, belief. Puts his hand on her chest, on the, hand out. Just dunk. Takes a couple of steps back. If I remember a while ago, you were paranoid about the same thing.
I was.
So it's a bit fucking rich.
You're right.
But I don't go on regular training sessions with him, do I? So whatever. Just kind of rubs her face. She's like, I mean, it's clear. She's brimming.
Yeah, she is. Charlotte's not holding it against her because God knows she's had worse out of Maria before. Is there anything I can do that'll make you feel more secure?
We're plenty secure. We're just wondering why you're not talking to our alpha.
Assume she didn't want to talk.
You assumed.
She finally kind of sprays her hands.
Again, you assumed, not we.
I did. Is she in any shape or any form to talk to me?
Gee, that is up to you to decide, not assume.
Would be why I'm asking her packmates. Setting
Given
aside
our...
my assumption.
Hmm.
No one better to ask.
Yeah, it doesn't idle twitch.
Which one of them's twitching?
Leaf.
May I speak to her?
We're not stopping you.
She gives a very polite nod.
The Fury stays where she is.
Of course.
She takes one step out of that tree. I'll cut her.
I don't think she will.
Good. Then the leaf fucking Ulrichsen stare just like turns onto the tree essentially.
Those fucking frosty eyes. Bull shark face.
She's not getting out of the fucking tree.
No, they're just watching the fucking tree. That's basically what they're doing.
You're the only thing they got to focus on right now, buddy. Have fun.
Great! Fucking great!
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you were going to switch to one of the fucking horrifying ones. Jesus.
Oh my god, I'm making friends all over.
That's welcome to your life. Today's a harsh day.
Stare. The lady's inside.
Charlotte just, polite nods and eases up the porch, steps in, takes her shoes off at the door, glances around for her, see if she's downstairs.
She's sitting. She hasn't healed off any of the fucking bashing at her. She's like fucking nose is busted and everything.
Charlotte will come around to find a seat that is that polite distance away, like you do. Because she may be a Theurge, but she's still an angry get. She'll come around, and I will, in fact, give a P&E on her overall expression and posture, because Lena's given some insight. She wants to see if she sees any sign of it. Ooh! Tell me about your mother.
Lily, again, she's not like super edgy cool. But she is, again, Lily's always been kind of quiet about how she is. It's all subtle movements. It's the way she kind of subtly twitches her hands, subtly pulls at her fingers, making the cracking noises of the various bits of bone and all that. Her eyes like barely like focus, but they have a very brimness about them. You know what I mean? She is pretty much feeling the same way, like she's pent up, frustrated, worried.
She'll just sit down, and honestly, it's a trite remark, but it's something to start talking. I haven't healed up yet. She just hunkers down carefully.
You're very observant.
I like to think so. How are you doing?
Everyone asks that.
I'm not asking it as a trite starter for conversation. I'm actually asking.
I am fine.
Just that look like you're fine. Hmm. I ask what happened?
Sure, seeing as you are marrying my cousin.
I appreciate it.
What? Ask your questions then.
Just want to know what happened. Things got out of hand.
Lena need to be reminded of what she was.
Why? What had she done?
She knows what she did.
What did she do today? Or yesterday? Or in the last week? That made you need to walk over and tell her?
She was not there when my mother was threatened. Said she was lounging around with the silver fangs.
She wasn't there because she holds position on this sept.
Yet she's whirls. And I mean, it's the first time you see Lily trying to get teens a bit angry.
Okay.
Like,
And what'd she say?
turns. If you're here to defend her, I'm not interested.
I'm just trying to understand what changed.
It's always been there. Joining with the silver fangs. She spits.
I mean, it's her house. If she wants to spit in it, that is.
Like, blood and
Okay.
everything.
Yep, that's fine. That won't stain the carpet. I don't say this in defense of her as a person, but she still holds position on this sept. She couldn't have been there, not with Cub's to rear.
Very convenient excuse. Almost sounds like the silver fangs do.
Just kind of
Must
a
have gotten
squint.
good at it.
How is holding a position an excuse?
Didn't even react, really. Mm-mm.
What do you mean?
Again, calm as always. So content with her silver fang. Silver fangs.
And what if she was in a pack that did not have a silver fang in it but still held the same position? Would you
And
still
I
have
would
expected her to be there?
yes. But it makes it worse that she's a silver fang lover. Traitor.
Pardon?
Still makes her a traitor.
Right? Do you feel any better having told her so?
Mildly.
It's worth something.
I suppose.
She kind of just rocks back in the seat.
Like I said, if she hadn't played Silver Fang Lover, none of this stuff would have happened. And again, she was always throwing herself at them. So desperate.
She accomplished a good number of things while throwing herself at Silverfangs.
Ooh.
You seem to have made it pretty far.
But wait, what did you say exactly to her?
She said she seems to have accomplished worthwhile things while she was chasing Silverfangs. You made it pretty fucking far.
There is an eye narrow. Because Lily is missing. Are you saying I'm in bed with Silver Fangs?
No. Not at all. Not even remotely what I was trying to say. And
She
I'm
was
sorry if
not
it sounded that way.
in his pack when she raised me. When she raised you,
What about when she raised me? Sorry?
she
was
wasn't
trying
in Sky. She wasn't in Skyripper's pack.
Oh, yeah, when she raised Lily. But what
Mm-hmm.
was she saying about when she raised
Or when,
Charlotte?
yeah, she wasn't in Skyripper's pack either.
Oh, she wasn't?
Well, it was on the down low.
Oh, sorry. I just knew they were like that when we came into play, so I assumed.
No, they only got revealed midway, just like a week before you arrived. But I suppose when you look at an Oathbreaker, I mean, it must be appealing for Lena. She left Ajax to die.
Hmm. Look at all these things Charlotte's not saying with her mouth.
Oh, how you feeling, buddy?
Oh, just fine. There's just opinions that she has, and this is not the time for them. She ain't mad. She is just holding a very, very heavily opposing opinion.
But it's fine, I suppose. It's very easy for Lena to choose sides. Maybe if she kept Juno away from that Oathbreaker, Juno wouldn't become the fuck up that she was.
Suppose we'll never know one way or the other.
No.
That one, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna roll things because that is fucking rough.
Like I said, you can definitely feel Lily is. I wouldn't say she's near frenzy territory, but like, you know what I mean?
She's running hot, especially for a fucking Payurge.
Yes.
Thankfully, the moon is ridic, and so is my difficulty. So,
Mm-hmm.
dope.
Still mad.
It's
Still
fine.
mad, buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, that last one hit a note. Blaming Skyripper for the way Juno was is, she has opinions, much stronger opinions.
She just lets out a breath. Kind of hiccups a bit because, like, there's damage.
Can I ask why you haven't healed it off?
It's my business.
It is. She weighs. Is there anything you would have me say when I have to go before the truth catcher?
What are you trying to say?
What do you mean?
Like I said, I don't regret what I did. It's very easy for everyone to forget. It's very easy to point at my mother and go, there, traditional. It's very easy for all of you. She raised us. fought with us, has bled with us, wept with us. She stands when the Silver Fangs abandoned us, left our people to rot, left the Carlos to die. We took them in. We provided for them. We have taken care of them. It's very easy for all of you. Very easy. It's very easy to walk away and point your finger. It's another thing entirely to be in there, bleeding and dying for it. Alice died for it. I'll die for it. It's very fucking easy.
Lorna, has anything I've been taught touched on any of what she's talking about just before I say anything and make myself look like an idiot?
You will know that. What specifically are you looking for?
Just the fact that she's talking about the Silverfangs abandoning the Get, something happening to the Carlos, them getting abandoned by the
This
Silverfangs.
you do know that you do know the Trim would know from your teachings that Trimbisons do harbor a lot of resentment for the Silverfangs over a particular incident a couple of years back, which the Carlos lost about Forgaru. And Clan Trimbidson in this area took on the Carlos essentially as, similar to what the Redmonds were to the Orixons,
Okay.
in order to help them rebuild their numbers.
But she doesn't know any of the details of what happened.
No, it's just know that basically they requested aid and nothing came. Gleaming Eye didn't answer.
I admit it's a story I don't know much about.
There was a siege. They held. They put in a petition to Gleaming Eye. Gleaming Eye said, do what you must and endure.
Who's laying siege?
The worm.
I mean, I told them to endure.
Endure. We are caught. We cannot spare the numbers. You must endure. A month later, the Gleaming Eye, through their alliances with the Fianna and other Get offenders, such as the Ulrichsons, while I don't hold Leaf responsible, formed a new sept down in Scandinavia. Formed a series of them. Even began setting up things down here in the court of Wisconsin. Held. They could have sent even the Redmonds. Nothing. And we endured. But we never forget.
I don't imagine you would.
Never. It wasn't during the Battle of Wolvesmaw where mighty Skyripper thought he could take his little pack and fight the Spirals one-on-one. Maria nearly died. I nearly died. I lost one of my packmates there. Cut down viciously, right in front of my eyes. Juno nearly died. He lost a packmate. But our people came and relieved the siege. Not his precious Silverfangs.
Imagine he's the last call they would answer. If they meant to answer at all.
He just spits on the ground. You know, he replaced his original dead packmate with Lena. Shows how much he values her, right? Shakes her head.
It's a gruesome thing to say.
Hmm?
That's a gruesome thing to say.
Maybe he should have approached her first. If he valued her that properly, but then again, like all Silverfangs, he just sees us as dogs waiting on a leash.
You still see him this way.
Always.
No, he's no gleaming eye.
He's a Silverfang. Weak. Arrogant. And not fit to rule. Their time will come.
Imagine it will.
It will, and they will rule the day it did.
Plan to punish the people actually responsible. Do you plan to punish anyone you can get your hands on?
And what are you insinuating, Charlotte? Do you think I'm carves the path?
No, I don't.
Then don't try and bring your liberal, revolutionary ideals into my home.
I'm not bringing any ideals into your home, Lily. You say it was the gleaming eye that crossed you, yet you, I imagine, would be happy to get your hands on any silver thing you could.
Yes? Yes, I would.
I have not brought any ideals. I have simply put it plainly.
Any Silverfang becomes my enemy will live to regret it.
Do they have a choice?
They're in our way. And if they don't give up that crown of theirs for when people actually need it to fight the worm. They funded the Oryxen's campaign against us for years. Not just the Gleaming Eye, but any of those Silverfangs. The ones in Wisconsin aren't Gleaming Eye. Yes, there's Gleaming Eye family. That's Wormfoe. We're all just as bad as each other. They just didn't like it because we fought back and won. Closen, Trimbenson, Iverson, Carlo. We endured.
Charlotte continues biting her tongue. Just nodding.
I mean, you can roll against it if you want, if you really feel that way. It's because you're an Adrian, you know what I mean?
Oh, she feels, but Charlotte is only so incensed, and the things that she wants to say are in no way constructive and will send Lily over the fucking edge, hands down. That is not what she's here to do. She can talk about these things with Lily when they're both calmer.
So I will remind my treacherous aunt where she stands and who she stands with. Especially after they threatened my mother.
Skyripper there. Was hanging talon.
Gleaming eye.
Were they there? Did they say it?
Did Carves attack you?
He enabled it. He was a part of it. That is why I
Do you
held him
know?
responsible.
And when has he done anything since? Until you violated his territory. In his mind.
Besides bugging my home. Violating territory, one might
And
say.
you haven't done the same to many other people, I imagine.
I haven't.
Really? I find that difficult to believe.
You're welcome to have anyone you like check.
I find it difficult to believe that you don't use the same tactic, Charlotte. You're just nicer about it.
The difference is that I'm not leaving bugs in your home. The difference is that I'm not violating your territory or your privacy. I asked permission to walk onto your property. I asked permission to come into your home. I asked permission to speak to you. And at any given point you ask me to leave, I will.
No, but
I'm
you're
not
just
here to try to drive you.
extend a generous hand and pretend like everything's nice. But yet we'll try and change everything who we are to suit your need.
I'm not trying to change who you are.
That will work on Felix because he's a dreamer. That won't work on me. That worked on Juno because she was a dreamer. That won't work on me.
I'm not trying to change you, Lily. I'm pointing out where I see flaws in the argument, where it doesn't make sense to me.
And for a glasswalker with no heritage, I can understand why.
You're not wrong.
So, don't try. That works on Felix and Juno. They were dreamers. I am Fenrir.
Never questioned it.
No. You just wanted to change it.
I want to understand, and there seem to be an awful lot of double standards.
She stands.
Oh, yeah.
Tell that to the leaf. Go down to tell that to Runfer. Go tell it to my mother.
It's funny because, you know what? I'll invite a peony.
Sure.
Because when it comes to Runfer and Leaf, every time she's spoken to them and they've been willing to explain, it's come out to a point where it makes a certain amount of sense. Or at least enough that she can go, okay, I can kind of see it. But what Lily's saying and the kind of things that Maria would say, and let me just be plain with you. First and foremost is in her head is, oh, they almost let a family lion die. By the way, we absorbed one and took their name. So double standard to the max. So it's there's no look, no thought really. She almost looks offended at the idea that she would say such a thing to Leaf or Runfer. Come mention of her mother, it's the expression shifts. It doesn't get angry, it doesn't get like I fucking would. But it shifts.
Oh boy.
It's that like that subtle look aside.
Well, then I now know where you stand, Oryxen lover.
Stand in a place where I understand some of you better than others.
She spits in your face. Like, straight up. No hesitation.
Wipes it off. And I'm not gonna lie, like, she's got the jaw clench going on. Flicks it onto the carpet.
Tell that to the Redmonds and butchered us like dogs.
I have never claimed to understand everything. Only that I understand some better than others.
Yeah. The only good Redmond was Alice. She's dead. She wasn't a Redmond. She was a Riefenstahl.
Was.
More than you ever will realize.
It's kind of a. I'm not gonna lie, she's still mad, but there's still that kind of perplexed glance.
Oh, Lily's smile.
Suppose so.
Like I said, she was no Redmond. She was a Riefenstahl. She understood. She stood with us. To the bitter end.
She did. I haven't forgotten.
Is that all? I imagine you need to tell the true catcher of what I am.
Red of Fenris.
Mm.
Sure, he'll be surprised.
I don't think
Scrubs
you'll.
her cheek again.
I don't think you'll care. She's starting to turn.
What do you mean?
You care for Leaf and for the Rune Fur and the others because they present a softer image to you.
As they have made a point of making sure that I understand.
Oh,
That is all. That's the difference.
I see.
Do I get no remark on being close to Lena, on being close to Felix, on the time I spent trying to help Juno? None of that counts as long as I have these two friends. Apparently.
Juno. Hmm. And Lena, well, you know my opinion on Lena. And Juno, well, hmm.
You were there, Lily. You can't say that I didn't try.
Wonder what she'll say with you training my Marcel.
She knew.
Hmm.
She meant to
Imagine
make
that.
amends.
Imagine that knife must have felt good.
She was ready to make amends.
I
Lily.
don't think Juno was ready for anything that you threw at
No,
her. Let's be fucking real.
Juno wasn't ready for a lot. It's nobody's fault but Juno's. Everyone around her did their level best to help her. And I'm sorry that things went the way they did. But we tried, you tried, we all tried our best to help her.
This isn't about Juno and her failings. Don't bring it back to her.
You brought her up. You chased it.
Really? And that's the whole argument you focused on.
No. No, if we wanted to get back on subject, it's the fact that I've spoken to a number of Get, and the ones that I am the closest to and understand the best are the ones who are willing to talk to me and to help me understand how they feel, why things are the way they are.
Maybe we just don't want someone condescending our beliefs like you always seem to do. It's very easy to look at us and call us savages.
And yet I've never done it.
Yeah.
Not once.
Yeah. I see the way you looked at me. I've heard the way you look at my mother.
I look at your mother the same way I look at an Alpha Varsept.
Really?
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah, I'll kill you, Adam, for looking like that.
Maybe you're assuming too much about the way I look.
Hmm. Is that all, Charlotte? So, because if the two catchers coming to punish me, get it over with.
I don't exactly have him on speed dial, nor would I dare use it if I did. No.
Because
I just wanted a chance to understand what happened.
Well, there's your understanding. My aunt is a treacherous bitch who likes to frolic with silver fangs, while our family gets threatened at all sides. There. I'm sure you can make it out that I'm some sort of horrible Get of Fenris, bloodthirsty and savage either way.
That's nothing to do with you being Get a Fenris. If you decide to strut yourself out into the public eye and pick a fight.
Strut myself out.
Into the public eye, Lily. That is the difference. That's the only reason I have to be involved at all.
Strut myself out. At least I went and did it. I didn't get our Timmy to do it for me.
Yes, you did. Ooh, I have to roll.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 10. I can do it.
What you doing?
Not saying what I want to.
I mean,
Really
you can.
badly.
You can. If
I
you
do not
want.
want to alienate two of my best friends by talking
up-
shit to their alpha.
It is up to you. You can totally talk shit to her. It is your decision.
Oh, I know it is. And she wants to. But she is biting back because she loves Leaf and Maria too much. It's hard. It's visible, even, considering it was 110 that kept her from doing it. No. It is one of those things where you even hear her teeth grind. Thank you for your time. She tries to disengage and just get the fuck out.
They just go. You can just hear that, like, yeah. As always. She's turning.
Oh yeah. Charlotte does not come out the door slamming it, but she comes out quickly.
I mean, those two are there.
This is not time to turn to either of them for anything. They've got enough problems of their own.
I mean, they're watching you.
Yeah, she comes out.
So it's totally not like they were listening.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like they could have easily heard the whole thing. So she just politely ducks the head and says, "Thank you." And gets herself off the porch.
Yeah, Marie's gonna fucking say it. That didn't help, Charlotte. That didn't help a fucking all.
I don't think there's anything I could have said that would have. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. It's not your mess to fucking clean up.
Shouldn't have gone in the first place.
You just said it's your choice as he's starting to turn to walk back inside.
Just, nope. Sucks in a breath, keeps walking, lets them do their shit.
Yep.
And yeah, like struts right off the property, struts past the tree, and is like, "Get the fuck out of the goddamn tree!" And just
Gets out of the tree.
She's finally, once she's gotten some distance, is fucking storming.
Follows her newly christened Alpha. I don't think that went well.
No, it didn't. Which is why I hadn't intended to talk to her in the first place.
Then why did we go there?
Because the other two are my friends, and I didn't want them to believe I was disrespecting their alpha, and so I just went in and accomplished it anyways.
Raya, maybe sometimes we don't do things like this.
Yeah, maybe sometimes.
I have some leeway talking to people because of my heritage. So it is not so bad when I
If they weren't on full alert, I probably would have let you, but
no, I would not
no.
have done that unless you had directly ordered me to. But what I am saying is I can afford to be looked down on sometimes. You cannot. So maybe next time, please, we don't do things like that again.
Yeah. Maybe next time we don't. I'm gonna go punch something.
I will be there if you need me, Raya. After all, I am apparently by default your beta now.
It's just this glance back, like, what are you?
I said some things in the heat of the moment that have very permanent standing, so now we are together whether we like it or not. Please do not fuck me on this. Raya.
Wouldn't dream of it. Too busy fucking myself right now.
Like I said, I will be nearby.
Good plan.
And we will just go from there. I imagine things will need to be decided in a certain direction before he who needs not be named.
Yep. I'm just going to vent. And we can talk later.
Yeah.
And yep, Charlotte goes to find something to punch. And unless you would like to continue.
Now we're good.
All right. Call it a scene.